AppliedImaging.com. Applied Imaging. Fast, friendly, amazing.
For a limited time, get super fast internet 100 from WOW for only $39.99 per month. But if you act fast, you can double your speed for just $5 more, which means it's twice as fast as super fast. Is it super fast? Super fast plus. Whatever it is, it's awesome. Switch to internet 100 from WOW for only $39.99 per month, and then double your speed for just $5 more. Sign up at wowway.com. Limited time offer for new customers with auto pay and paperless billing. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. Offer subject to change. Restrictions and terms apply.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota subcompact and compact tractors. Our reliable #1 selling tractors are designed for easy operation and feature all the performance-matched attachments needed to tackle any job. Right now, get 0 down at 0% APR for 84 months and save up to $1,700 plus no payments for 90 days. Now through October 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Visit Weingart Supply Co. or GoKubota.com for a dealer near you.
I'm going to guide you through a relaxing talk about cold and flu season. Even though this year is stressful, you're going to feel calm. Because at Rite Aid, our pharmacists are educated in traditional medicine and alternative remedies. So you not only get a flu shot, you also learn how to support your immune system. And rest assured, you're doing your best to protect your health and wellness. Get your flu shot and boost your immune system at Rite Aid today. No cost with most insurance, no appointment needed.
Vaccines will supplies, last days restrictions apply in some states. See pharmacist for details.
For over 65 years, Community Financial Credit Union has been here for you. And even through these uncertain times, that's not going to change. We're committed to keeping banking easier and safer. Use our mobile app or online banking to manage finances remotely. Drive-thrus are open normal business hours. We've increased staff and extended hours in our contact center. Bank on us when times get tough, because that's what community is for. Learn more at cfcu.org. Community Financial, right here, right for you. Federally insured financing.
If you're drowning in IRS debt and can't afford to pay, then you need to take advantage of special IRS tax programs that are available and free yourself from IRS collection efforts once and for all. Due to the financial hardship consumers are facing throughout the country, the Internal Revenue Service has made it easier to settle delinquent tax problems. An open phone line has been established by Community Tax for consumers to call and see if they qualify. Take down this number or store it in your cell phone, but call the Community Tax Helpline at 800-262-7044. If you owe back taxes to the IRS and cannot afford to pay them back, or even if you have years of unfiled tax returns, there's no need to fear anymore. But you have to call the Community Tax Helpline today at 800-262-7044 for the help that you need. Don't take on the IRS alone. They can attack your wages, savings, pension, home, and even your Social Security check. Call 800-262-7044 for your free consultation and to see if you qualify. That's 800-262-7044.
As you get back to business, simple things can make a big difference. Like marking safe distances with floor tape and posting reminders to wash hands. As always, Grainger is here to help, offering supplies and solutions for every industry. Free access to product specialists, 24/7 support, safety recovery guides, and more. It's part of our commitment to help you adapt and recover in these challenging times. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done. This is time that matters. A window of time to help protect the ones you love. Your preteen benefits from staying up to date with their well visits. This is your window of protection. Schedule their well visit now. Brought to you by Merck.
Your opinion matters. Call the D Las Vegas 97.1 DTE studio line at 248-539-9797. Book your stay today by visiting thed.com. The D Las Vegas, the home of Detroit sports in Vegas.
You could win $2,000 with the 2 Grand Slam. Thursday at 7:20 on The Morning Show with Stoney and Heather.
And the Tigers back in action tonight at Comerica Park against the Kansas City Royals. Big game, right, Riggs? Yeah, 5.5 games out of the wild card.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
The good news is you don't have to do that.
For everybody.
The good thing is, we don't have to win the game covered.
It sucks, Stoney. It sucks. I really bought it, okay?
I know, and I'm not going to let you forget it. Get all excited that you keep back.
It's big content. Get excited about it. I get it.
Well, probably the best team in the division, the Chicago White Sox. All right, enough of that crap.
Ron Gardner takes out Casey Mize for no good reason. They lose the game, set the trend for the week.
Okay. Here's Heather with news. What's up, Heather?
Well, Michigan's new COVID cases are centered on college campuses. So if you name a Michigan college, most likely they have an outbreak. Grand Valley State University, Adrian, Central, of course, Michigan State, Ferris, Saginaw Valley, Michigan Tech, the list goes on and on and on. Basically, you name it, they have an outbreak. Now, MSU is pretty much the only one in that group I just mentioned that's not holding in-person classes or hosting large numbers of students in their residence homes. But we do know, of course, that they have a lot of students living off campus. Now, the state says they're not surprised to see these numbers, but Michigan's medical executive, Dr. Caldoun, says that it is concerning and it's a reminder that people have to be intentional about practicing good behaviors.
By the way, I read a story, and I forget if it was the Free Press in the news, about what's going on in Michigan State.
Yes.
And they talked about all the fraternities and sororities and all the houses and
Yes.
they're spreaders. Some of that information is factually untrue because, like, my daughter's sorority where she belongs, she lives in an apartment. That house has been closed since the beginning of school, so nobody's going there. So they say they're closed. They couldn't have gotten that at that house because the house has already been closed. Now, a lot of these houses, sorority and fraternity houses, have been closed already. So the article's deceiving. Or actually, the information makes it seem like these sorority and fraternity houses are causing COVID. Maybe they're stupid. Maybe the members are, but not at the houses because the houses are closed. Some of them.
Well, that's interesting. So that was what I was just going to mention next. So you brought it up that there's this a mandated 2-week quarantine for 30 large houses in East Lansing. That includes 23 fraternities and sororities. So altogether, there's I think 62 chapters. So they have a lot of fraternities and sororities at MSU. I do have a full list of all the ones that are closing, and they do say those are the addresses where they're closing. So are all fraternities and sorority houses closed? I mean,
they might be now. I mean, I know my daughters, which I think, we have to give that information out, but I believe that they were closed at the beginning of the school year.
oh wow, okay. So I didn't realize that because I read this article as well, thinking that wow, all these kids have been in this fraternity or sorority house, and now they're going to quarantine with all of their, their sisters or their brothers all together in this home. So maybe that's not the case. But under this mandate that is now in place, they're not supposed to leave their home unless they need medical care that can't be brought to the house. And if anyone violates the order, it's a misdemeanor punishable by imprisonment up to 6 months or a fine of up to $200 or both.
Yeah, so
You guys have seen the Miami video, right? Where the cop goes
Which
to
one?
the house. Well, there's this video. There's 8 kids that live in a house, and they're throwing a party. So people are walking down the streets, coming into the house, and the cop comes because there's a noise ordinance that says, "Give me your license," and takes his license back to the cop car. It tells the cop the guy has COVID. The cop goes to the guy. This says you have COVID. He's like, "Yeah, we all have COVID." And you guys are throwing a party? Yeah, we're just letting people walk in and have beers with us. Bottom line, it's not going to change on college campuses. I mean, whether frat houses are open or not, I mean, this doesn't surprise anybody. Kids are going to make bad decisions and probably are not taking this very seriously, and I think this is proof of it.
Oh, of course not. I mean, we knew that was going to be the case, right?
I told Jesse, I told Marissa, don't leave, your apartment unless you really have to. I mean, in Michigan, she has, 2 classes that she has to go to.
Right. But their outbreak isn't quite as large as what's going on at MSU, that's for sure. Okay, so on Sunday, several NFL coaches were seen either not wearing masks or wearing them incorrectly. And yesterday, the league said accountability measures will be imposed against anyone who violates the mask rule. So all teams were sent a memo, and the memo said protocol requires all individuals with bench area access, including coaches and members of the club's medical staff, to wear face coverings at all times. And then it goes on to say failure to adhere to this requirement will result in accountability measures being imposed against offending individuals and or clubs. Now, they don't go on to say what those measures will be, but they will be there.
What about like the referees? Because the referees are wearing masks, and then the head referee we asked to announce a penalty, takes off the mask and then announces the penalty. Like, that's going to make a difference or not?
I don't know
it's
about
not a
that.
bubble, though, so it's a good rule.
Yeah.
I did notice a ton of coaches that, you know, the most common way to not wear the mask properly is to have it over the mouth, but let
Yes.
the nose be free.
Of course.
And, yeah, it's split up over the nose.
Yeah, I know.
Although most coaches, I kind of feel, follow the rules pretty good.
They did, but the big violator was Sean McVay on Sunday night.
Oh, really?
He didn't have it on
He
at
was
all.
wearing one at all.
He even said he was probably the one that was. They were probably talking about him more than anything.
I gotta tell you though, I mean, that's a good looking man right there. So if I looked that good and had that kind of good looking girlfriend, I don't know
Wouldn't
if I'd
cover
wear a
it up.
mask either. Yeah.
Now Rieger's doing it, talking about other guys.
You know?
I got the stony penis envy.
Envy.
See, now that's worse. That sounds a lot worse than what I said.
Okay, so now you can be fashionable and still help stop spread the coronavirus. Listen to this. Louis Vuitton, they have just designed this luxury face shield, and it can be yours for just about $1,000. You know,
And I'm sure there
Come
are
on.
women buying it all over. You know,
Hell
these
yeah,
rich
there
women.
are.
Damn right.
this blows my mind. I mean, it doesn't blow my mind, but it does blow my mind. So it's a face shield, and they say it actually doubles as a hat. So when you're not wearing it as a shield, you can kind of flip it up like a visor. You know, of course, it's monogrammed with the LV logos, and they also say that this shield will actually protect you from the sun because the face shield will transition from clear to dark in bright light. So it's also going to protect your eyes. It's like sunglasses and a shield and a hat all in one.
Sounds like a bargain. It really does. All that for only $1,000.
That's right.
I know.
Right
Look
now.
at that.
If you like now.
Louis
I have
Vuitton is
seen-
amazing. It's amazing. They
I
can
mean-
charge whatever they want and people will pay it.
It's dumb. It's so dumb. I know people do it, but why? Don't do why? Ugh. She wants the face shield.
So Heather.
No,
She wants a
she
purse,
does.
a
I
handbag.
bought her a purse for her
Okay, that's
presents.
different.
When we had
Different.
Olive, yeah, it was like
Yeah.
$1,500 though.
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
it is.
Although they do treat you very nicely when you walk in there. They give you like water and popcorn.
You spent $1,500 on a push present? What are you saying?
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
I may or may not have had other
Okay,
people.
so let me ask you a question, Heather. Would you rather have the
Yeah.
LV on your face shield or a G for Gucci?
Oh, I don't want either. I don't love logos, but I would probably go with Louis Vuitton if I had to pick between the two. But I have to see them. But yeah, I'd go for neither, really.
Can you tell the difference between the fake and the real Louis Vuitton?
If you were up close to it, probably from a distance, no.
No.
I mean, no. Okay, have you guys ever broken up with somebody just because they don't eat the same food as you?
Oh, no.
I don't break up with anybody. They always break up with me.
If they want to go on a date with you, you're going to go on a date with them. There's a new study, though, that says 1 out of 7 people ended a relationship, even one that they thought had real potential, just because they weren't food compatible.
Well, I could kind of see it in a certain, you know, if, you know, one of the couples was like a vegan, okay?
I mean, because that's
Because
the
they like,
relationship
you know,
I'm in right
those type
now.
of vegan breasts, you know.
Oh,
But
yeah.
seriously though, and if they were like, you know, shall we say, very technical about it and very deliberate and, you know, look down on the other person, oh my God, you're a carnivore. I mean,
Oh, well,
really?
I mean, I would say you're ending the date because that person's
Yes.
butt face, but no, I mean, not because of what they eat.
Right.
But the survey also found that 30% of people say that food compatibility is more important than sex. And to me, that's ridiculous.
That sounds nonsense. It does.
Exactly.
However, I mean, I do get it. Like, if your wife is on a diet or your woman's on a diet and you want to go eat pizza and beer and really enjoy yourself, and yet she is going to go out and give you a little grief over that, I could see maybe a breakup impending
If
from
she's
that.
giving you grief
Yeah,
by it, but the
right.
article says nothing about how the person is reacting. It's just the
But it's
food
good-
choices they make.
Heather,
So
it's
you would
gonna
be upset
happen.
if the woman got a salad while you ordered a pizza?
No, not necessarily. I just don't want her being mad at me. Like, if you see the TV show
well.
King of Queens, that is the one exception where Kevin James gets the very attractive Leah Remini, right? In real life, it doesn't work out that way. So even though when you first meet somebody, somebody, if you're eating pizza and beer, she might not say something, but you know it's going to go down the wrong path eventually if you get serious. So that's where you just cut it off, because you can foresee these issues happening. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you agree with what I'm saying?
I think, no, not really.
No, I don't.
No.